Hey YouTube, we're back. It is literally 2 minutes after the last video, so here we are. Let's get back to it. We got some more Joseph to beat, and he's being kind of a jerk. All right. Neo, Shining Abyss, Dark Elf, 2 names, Blue Eyes. That's the Accursed again. I'll play Shining Abyss in defense mode. Remember YouTube right before you die. That's my favorite saying from Van Wilder. Do you think... Actually, Damien, do you think that the kids today know about Van Wilder? Do you think that that's maybe just like nobody knows who Van Wilder is anymore? Chat, how many of you, when I say Van Wilder, don't know what I'm talking about? It's fine if you don't. Like, I don't think it's like required viewing or anything. Not a clue? So it's part of a series that no longer exists to my knowledge, called National Lampoon, which famously did the vacation movies in like the 70s or 80s, whenever that was. But National Lampoon's Van Wilder starred a young Ryan Reynolds. You know, Deadpool. You guys like Ryan Reynolds, right? Where he was a kind of like he was effectively, his character was literally just coolest guy in college, where he knew everyone and he helped out everyone. I don't remember the plot much beyond that. I think he was finally after a girl or something like that. I don't remember. Its plot is semi-close to a different movie that came out around the same time called Slackers, which was also about kids in college. But it was a very quotable movie because Ryan Reynolds is a very, very enigmatic personality, as we've all come to know. But there was a good stretch in like the late 90s, early 2000s where Ryan Reynolds just kept playing like really quotable characters. Like he was around the same time he did Waiting. He did Just Friends. But it was a movie about college. Kind of like, a little bit more of a raunchy comedy is what they're called. But he has a very funny line, which is someone comes to him and is like, "Oh, I've got this like weird feeling down here," and he like basically lists out how he probably got it. Like he just guesses how the kid got it. And he's like, "Oh my god, that's exactly right." And he just like goes, "Here's some penicillin, do this," and he's like, "Oh, by the way," and he like pulls him aside and he goes, "Don't be a fool, wrap your tool," which is one of my favorite. That's my favorite way to tell somebody to wear a condom. Is don't be a fool, wrap your tool. Easily my favorite way to say that. It's so good. It's so stupid. It's so good. I'll play in defense mode. Joey's kind of got me on the ropes. He's got some high attack power monsters. He's a saving grace of Blade Trinity, which I always used to say he would do a fantastic Deadpool. I'm so glad that Ryan Reynolds also thought he would be a good Deadpool because he does make a good Deadpool. Only watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and that was ages ago. I will say, kind of paradoxically, I know of the vacation movies. I've never seen a single vacation movie. Even though Vacation, it's all I ever wanted. Vacation, have to get away, but I've never... That's not true. I've seen one vacation movie, and it's Runaway Reptar. No. What was the Rugrats vacation movie? It was like a TV movie. I forget what it was. But they did do one where they were in like a camper, I think. It sounds right. I just don't remember it. Okay. But yeah, I've never seen the vacation movies. They're all like Chevy Chase before he became like an old racist, right? Back when I guess he was a young racist. Chevy Chase is someone who I do think can be funny, but I also think he's not the funniest guy in the room, which I think he thinks. How do you suppose Joey got summoned, Skull? He beat up Yugi. Even the comics Deadpool referenced Deadpool as Ryan Reynolds crossed the radioactive Sharpie. Yeah. That's good. Rugrats RV having fun. RV having fun yet? A play on Are We? That's great. Is that the name of the episode? I love it. Can we stop destroying my cards before I get a chance to play them, please? Hate that Chevy is the reason Donald left Community. I don't think that's true. Because Chevy Chase left Community before Donald Glover did. Chevy Chase left before Season 5, and Donald Glover left halfway through Season 5. I think Donald Glover quite literally left Community because he was too popular. Like his music was really taking off. His he wanted to do other projects and stuff. I think that's why he left. He also kind of just thought that Community was like on its way out, which like I get at season 5. Like season 6 was I don't know if people remember this. When Community season 6 originally came out, it was on Yahoo TV, which had one other show called like Powers or something that I never watched. So it was not a great place for the series to like thrive. So like Community was really like very low budget. So Donald Glover quite literally became too popular. Rugrats Gone Wild, Wild Thornberrys crossover. That is a different one. There's Rugrats the movie, which is where they introduced Dill. There's Rugrats in Paris, which is the second theatrical release. There's Rugrats Go Wild, which is I think the third and final theatrical release, where they have the crossover with Wild Thornberrys, where Spike, their dog, is voiced by Bruce Willis. And then there's You Can't Attack Me, I'm Not Scared of You. And then there's I think they had a couple TV specials, like they had Runaway Reptar. I know because it had a VHS disc or a VHS tape. I'm not going to explain what a VHS tape is to you, but it was an orange one. Nickelodeon used to do orange VHS tapes, which, as someone who had Nick in his name and liked the color orange at the time, was like, this is the best thing that's ever happened. Is kind of my general reaction to that. So that'll be all with Rugrats trivia for now. Not until you guys let me play the Rugrats in Paris game while inebriated, which is my true goal. We never hit it in the anniversary though, so I legally can't play it. What the hell is Yahoo TV? Yahoo briefly tried to become a streaming service and failed very badly. I think the show they had like the other show they had like Tom Hanks in it, I think. It still failed. I wonder what, it probably wants me to activate Royal Decree. Welcome to the old video. The old video. Oh, because he sacrificed it. I see. Unfortunate. Is Yahoo even still a thing? I don't know. I don't really keep up with Yahoo. Probably, right? I would assume so. I think Yahoo's probably still pretty big. If I remember correctly, Google tried to buy Yahoo, or it might have been Yahoo tried to buy Google, maybe like a decade or two ago, and it was like the last time that the government was like, hold on, one giant company can't just buy another giant company. That's bad for business. I think that was the last time they said that. So I think I think they're still kicking. Wouldn't that be crazy? Can you imagine if they did that today? They're like, you can't just buy that. That would be bad for business. I had Yahoo email back when Facebook started. I also had a Yahoo email. I don't have it anymore. I don't think I have anything that requires it to log in anymore. I did eventually make the switch to Gmail. I have 3 Gmail accounts, I think. I have one for the channel, which I also just use for like gaming related things. That's wrathofzalis@gmail.com. Don't email me unless you have like a business opportunity. Hey, Craycon, what's going on? But that's just listed on the YouTube thing already. I have my private email, which is the first Gmail I made, which I will not be saying out loud. And I have a professional email, which is pretty much just my name. The Wrath of Zalis email is actually how I've gotten a couple opportunities. I've had, I think, there's like 2 collections of people who will occasionally be like, hey, there's a small indie game that we're gonna play, and here's a description of it. Would you potentially want like a copy so you could play it on YouTube? I'm like, oh, that sounds great. Let me do that. I think I've only accepted it a couple times, maybe like 3 times, and every single time they finally get the code to me, it's like before my YouTube anniversary or before like some other like big thing I start doing on the channel. And I'm like, I'm very grateful, but now I can't play it because I don't have like, because now I'm busy. Or they'll do it like I think someone did, or they did it once when Digimon Lost Evolution got translated, and I was like, this is great, but like I can't play your game right now because I have to focus on this one for my channel. Just funny how that stuff works out. Got my butt kicked on some Master Duel, so I dipped out on it for the rest of the day. That's fair. I just log into Master Duel every once in a while just to like see how it's going. See if it's still bad. Not bad, but just like, I don't know. I feel like they haven't really solved the solitaire problem with Master Duel or Yu-Gi-Oh in general. We've talked about this at length. I'm not going to bring it up again. God forbid someone's like marathoning these videos. They're going to hear me talk about it constantly. I really can't, just for their sake. Oh, that's true. The Dragon Ball Online game is out now. I really hope they make a Digimon one. That'd be really neat. And I think Digimon could really benefit from it. I also just hope that maybe one day we get another Digimon game, like just in general. Like maybe one day Bandai Namco would be like, oh right, Digimon, oh we have this game finished, we forgot to release it. That's my dream. I don't play decks that are rushed to win in the first 3 turns, so when I get matched against those, I just resolve that I'm going to lose. I try to play decks that are pretty quick. That means also winning pretty quickly, but I try to do it in a way that doesn't take me like 5 minutes to set up. Where can I even play the DB TCG? I forget. Sean posted it at some point. I forget where it is. Does anyone speak Spanish or Portuguese in the chat? Ese mod serve para encontrar Digimons fortes e aleatorios en cualquier lugar. Se for isso o endgame pode ficar muito mais divertido agora. I got some of those words. I think it means, is this mod for Digimon encounters stronger? I think Forte is stronger, right? Or is that just I think that's French. Aleatorios, which I don't know. Cualquier lugar. I mean, I know lugar is play, right? I think, or maybe it's not. Luego, right? Video luegos. So it should be to play. Or is it endgame Pode? I feel like I should know, but I don't. Ficar? I don't know either. Muito, mais divertido agora. I know divertido is fun. I know a lot more Spanish than I thought I knew. Huh. I'm proud of that. Someone wrote a comment on the Digimon. Speaking of Digimon games, someone left a comment on Cyber Sleuth. I think they're asking a question, but I don't know what it is without translation software readily available. Unfortunately. Again, I'm pretty surprised by how well I was able to read that, though. I think they're asking if it's if they'll give you like endgame encounters right off the bat or something, or they might be talking about it because I got in the video they're commenting on. I one of my first story fights was against Lucamon Fall Down mode, which is the big like purple dragon. Not to be confused with Mario, or with Mario. Not to be confused with Barney. So they were probably asking about that. Which episode was the comment on? Part 2. Also, a Card Fight Vanguard visual novel on Steam for $69.99. I feel like a visual novel shouldn't be $70. I'll say it. As a big fan of the Zero Escape and Danganronpa games, I don't think they're worth $70. That's my hot take. For more hot takes, subscribe to Wrath of... Oh, there actually is a card game I kind of wanted to look into. I kept getting ads for it on Facebook of all things. Yeah, I'm aware of the $70 I own twice. It's not worth $70. Oof. Oh, I see. I want a Card Fight Vanguard online game in the style of Master Duel. I see what you mean. All right, well, Steam has to update, but I wanted to check what the game was called because I forgot. But it looks cheap. I hope it plays well, but I wanted to bring up the name of it again to see if anyone has any experience with it. Because I believe it's card-based. Alright, Steam. Do we want to not interrupt my stream, please? Are you literally just like... How? I'm not even screen sharing Steam. How did this happen? What? Alright, well, since it's here, it's this game. Alright, I guess. What are you even hooked up to that you're trying to screen capture Steam? It's this game. Has anyone seen this? You can't see my mouse. I think the little guys next to him kind of look like the Golden Sun things, but I think it was like 10 or 15 bucks. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll roll the dice. And then I kept forgetting to. That kind of worked out, but I don't know why you were screen capturing Steam, and now I'm worried because I didn't tell you to do that. Stop it. Go away, Steam. I'm trying to play a game. Okay. Yeah, has anyone heard of that game or played it? You in the comments can also let me know, because by the time this comes out, I probably still won't have played it. But I was thinking about taking a day on one of these streams and just playing through a bunch of games that, like, I don't really know anything about, but they looked kind of neat, and I wanted to give them a shot. I think it'd be fun to do like a potpourri kind of thing. See what games stick, see what games don't. But chat seems just as baffled as I was. So, game does a poor way of explaining stuff like the overdress mechanic. Oh, are we talking about card fight Vanguard? Ooh. I wish you didn't do that. Never heard of it? Like I said, I checked the reviews out and they seemed fine. Like they weren't like glowing or anything, but they weren't like bad reviews. So I was like, oh, I might check it out. See what it is. The other game I want to check out, I think I mentioned this before, is Cobalt Core. It's supposed to be a good kind of roguelike. I think a lot of people said it was like their like surprise indie hit of the year last year, and I never got a chance to try it. I don't try to make a habit of like actively forgetting to check out like popular indie games in the years they come out, but it does happen a lot. Like I didn't play Inscription until a couple years after it was out. Dave the Diver I'm kind of late on because I'm like refusing to play it on PC and waiting for it to be on PlayStation in a month. Recommend Warframe if anyone wants a long burn game. I don't. I don't want long burn games. I want my games wrapped up in 8 to 20 hours or 120 hours, and that's it. Right, I wishlisted Cobalt Core and forgot about it. But yeah, I bought Cobalt Core. I just want to check it out. I think I'll probably try and do like a tutorial before a stream starts, just so like I have a vague idea of how the game works. Starting to feel like it's taking a while. I'm kind of just shooting the shit with chat, but I keep forgetting that like I have to do a lot of this stuff. Curse of Royal. What does Curse of Royal do? Effect of any card that can destroy spell or trap cards is cancelled, and the card itself is destroyed. I mean, the card itself being destroyed doesn't really matter for like things like Heavy Storm, where they're about to go to the graveyard anyway, but certainly something. I don't like this used to work. I feel like every time I try and reload this pack, it like sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. I don't really know why. All right, Joseph. All right, chat. I will actually be right back. I have to pee. YouTube, I'm gonna pause for you, so we'll be right back. All right, YouTube, we're back. I was asking chat if, as I was coming back, if they'd be interested in seeing me play Bully, the Rockstar game. So Bully is about going to a boarding school as a delinquent and getting into different adventure stuff, but it's done by Grand Theft Auto. So a lot of people say it's like Grand Theft Auto, but for kids or in a school setting. And it's a really, really good game. A lot of people have been clamoring for a sequel for a long time. But Rockstar does not seem interested in doing anything other than mainline GTA or Red Dead Redemption. So We'll see. Will it get sequel teased as much as a remake for Legend of Dragoon? Does it? But yeah, I've been thinking about playing it. So I platinumed the PS2 version. If you're like, that doesn't make sense. So there's two versions of Bully. There's the PS2, I think original Xbox. Ooh, we're writing girls points in the train. Thank you. Thanks, Jim. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's like that. A lot of people wanted a sequel, but I platinumed the PS2 version on PS4 because they just basically uploaded the PS2 version as is. There's another version that came out on the 360 and I think later PC. I think it was also on the Wii, called Scholarship Edition, which is I think they add an extra class because you would go to classes and stuff in the game, and you'd get better skills if you went to more classes. They were all just different mini games, but you could get more classes. There were more outfits, and I think there were a couple extra missions and stuff too in the Scholarship Edition. But I don't know because that's not the version I played. So I played a little bit on 360. I played it on the original PS2, and I think I beat it on PS2. But I 100%ed it on PS2 or on the PS4 version, and it was a great time. There's only one kind of annoying collectible in that game because Rockstar games, I think in the older GTA they'd have the hidden packages. In this game they had, ooh, I don't want to do that. In this game they had instead of hidden packages they had rubber bands, and if you collected every single rubber band, you got a weapon called the rubber band ball, which I think was the strongest weapon in the game, and you would basically it would just hit one enemy and bounce off all the others, and I think it was a one-hit kill. But by the time you get it, because it takes so long to get the collectibles, there's no one to really use it on. Rockstar should make more table tennis. I forget what table tennis was. I think table tennis was a tech demo. I think that's the reason that they just published it, because it was basically done, but I believe it was... Thank you, Krayakon. Welcome back. It's weird that it says... or no, I think that makes sense. It's weird that you lost your streak. That's what I was going to say. Because you've got the War Grandma next to your name. Welcome back. You too, in the comments, can also become a member and get access to a bunch of great emotes that I'm sure people will show right now. Yeah, there we go. Also, you get access to, at the time of recording, 45 members only videos, because I've made a lot of videos during the birthday streams. On top of that, ironically enough, you can watch every single full stream of the birthday stream. 1 through 45, because 45 is today, except for the 39, because 39 was the Beyblade stream, and that's all gone. You can watch the rest of them. And so that's 90 potential videos and streams you could be watching for the low price of $2 a month. That's a lot of hours. I'm just saying, for $2, that's a lot of hours. But including if you're I mean, by the time you watch this, I can't really say. At the time of recording, I think part 5 of Yu-Gi-Oh is going to be out on Wednesday, and this is part 12. No, this is part 13. So you can probably safely watch maybe 8+ Yu-Gi-Oh videos if you're into that. Haven't given the members pitch in a while, so I figured I would. But yeah, there's a lot of videos right now for members only. That was the reason why I joined mostly a Duelist of Rose Redux playthrough. That was pretty good. I guess another thing I can mention is I think I'm going to start the Capsule Monster Coliseum Libra mod playthrough soon. Has he drawn 3 Spear Dragons in a row? Is this really happening? Are you doing this to me? Why? What have I done to deserve this? This feels rude and targeted. But yeah, I'm going to do the Capsule Monster Coliseum Libra mod playthrough soon, and those are going to be members only until I finish this game, I think. Or I might release one of each for a while. I haven't really decided yet. That's kind of why I haven't started it yet, because I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. But coming soon. Okay. No, he had Goblin Attack Force, Spear Dragon, and he did Time Wizardica. He's so annoying. I just don't like that these take so long. Yay, Castle Monsters? Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I think I have to do one Destiny board traveler video first. Kind of like how I did one Dungeon Dice Monsters video. Dude, the Libra mod Joey fight is not like... not like one bang stuff? I don't know what that means. Is not he like one bang stuff? Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be a difficulty mod. It's supposed to be a bit tougher. Such an ignored side of Yu-Gi-Oh? Not really. They've done it a while. There's also, I don't think I've mentioned this in this playthrough, but Konami announced a classic Yu-Gi-Oh collection, and they've announced 2 of the games in it so far. I think it's Duel Masters Expert 2, which I want to say is Eternal Duelist Soul? I'm not sure. I know one of the games in the collection was Japan only, but I think one of them did come over here. I don't remember. Fun fact, I found this channel from your Castle Monsters playlist. Hey! I didn't know that. That's rad. Yeah. I'm looking forward to going into it. I liked Castle Monster Coliseum the first time I played it. I did finally beat it. There is a full playthrough on the channel, but it's kind of a couple years old now, and I don't... I get hesitant to like recommend series that are like more than like a couple years old. I kind of consider when I moved into this apartment back at the beginning of 2021 that to be like season 2 of Wrath of Zalis. I think that's when I started kind of getting my shit together. Like, you know, I've had great videos and series before that. Like, I don't think they're bad. It's just like, it's hard to recommend series when I'm like, I was kind of in a weird spot in my life in some of those. So I don't know which of them I was like horrifically depressed or like which of them I was like whiny or something. So, like, I don't really want to recommend series if I don't, like, actually remember what I said in them. But if it's been the last couple years, I'm like, yeah, I probably was fine. So just remember that I'm the me I am today, not the me I was there. Did I already play a card? Yes. And this is Heavy Storm. Okay. Although my favorite side of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Falsebound Kingdom, I also really, really like Falsebound Kingdom, of which I did do another playthrough. I did the randomized playthrough. That was early last year, or end of last year? I forget when I did that. I get bored, I look up games that I used to play when I was younger as a nostalgia thing, and that's why I found the channel such a kick-ass king. Hell yeah. Let's go! He is tough and two-hit stuff. Oh, I gotcha. For Joey? I'm excited. It's gonna be tough. But it'll be a lot of good content, I think. I should playthroughs of non-card game Yu-Gi-Oh! Are great. I agree. I think I'm pretty good at I like them a lot. But anyway, I'm hoping with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection that they put in the PS2 ones. I hope they do Capsule Monster, Duelist of the Roses, and I guess Falsebound Kingdom, which isn't PS2, but you know what I meant. I hope they go back and port those as well. That'd be a lot of fun. There's like I mentioned earlier, there's a big Duelist of the Roses community that I did not know. Like, I did not know it existed. So like, people are clamoring for it. Give the people what they want. Joey and I keep trading hits here, and I'd kind of like him to stop. I actually didn't know Capsule Monsters could evolve until I watched your playthrough. Really? Interesting. Like I said, I'm not an expert at that game or anything. I just played at the beginning a lot, and I think I've only beaten it once. Some of those fights are really difficult too. I remember Pegasus being really hard for some reason. Then there's Kaiba, who I think if you collect all the Exodia pieces as soon as you can, then you should be able to, or I think pretty close to it, you should be able to evolve Exodia by the time you fight Kaiba. But then Kaiba is really difficult, and it leaves you with like one Capsule Monster, and it's just Exodia, so it's kind of hard to beat that fight. I think they, I think part of the Libra mod is I think they made it so you can do exhibition matches for XP, but I might be making that up. I thought that was something they added. Ram, I found you. If I didn't click your Duelist of Roses Redux episode 1 of my recommendations, I never would have known about you. Hey, that's how everyone finds me on YouTube and stuff. All of you at one point found a video in your recommendations feed or searched for a game in the search tab, and you're like, oh, someone's playing this game. Let me watch this. And then you clicked on it, and it was like, oh, he's all right. I'll watch more of this. And some of you were like, this guy's got a nice voice. And some of you guys were like, this guy's kind of funny. And some of you were like, no one else is playing this. All of you have a wildly and vastly different experience to each other. I did mean to do this, so I don't think this is cheating, because I did mean to finally use Heavy Storm. So what is my card? Mirror Force? I'm not gonna Heavy Storm. Whatever. Let him use it. I don't care. Then the only game guaranteed never resurface is Dungeon Dice Monsters. Probably true. I was like, Digimon World 3, nice. Now show feet, Jacob. This is my foot. This is what you wanted? This good? Is that enough to get you guys off? Now I have to put my shoe back on one foot and not fall over. I'm failing. Okay. We're good. I got there. Whew. It's still my turn. I actually judge playthroughs on how the voice of the uploader is. Oh, yours didn't hurt my ears and ended up really enjoying your channel. That's why, on top of my great voice, I also have to be very careful about audio levels because I think I mentioned this before. My very first video, Digimon World 1 Part 1 of the original series, which was almost 12 years ago, the audio is really bad. My microphone wasn't that good because I was using my laptop mic, and the game audio is way too high, which is why I get really like squirrely sometimes. Like if I'm like, chat, how's the audio? And then I watch the video later, I'm like, the game audio is way too loud. Like, it's like it brings back trauma. I'm like, no, this is my most rookie of rookie mistakes, and it was because I was live. I couldn't fix it on the fly. Because it's weird. It's like a skill I've developed. Like over the years, I've edited more and more of my videos, edited more and more of the audio, and I think I'm like a qualified audio technician now. I don't know. Like, I know a lot. But that skill is useless outside of YouTube. Like, when am I going to need to know how to adjust audio levels and like make sure everything like lines up? Never, besides YouTube. Mine was DW3, and you were one of the first results. Looked at the other 7 sub. I think Digimon World 3, I should go back and look at those series to see how many subscribers I've gotten from that series, because it's a lot. That was the second like full-length series I did, or second Digimon series. I did it like 3 months after I finished Digimon World 1 for the first time. And for a very long time, I was like one of the top results for Digimon World 3. I don't think that's true anymore. I think that time has passed. But it was true for a very long time. Digimon 4 runs you didn't claim were so fun to listen to. Watch because you knew what to do, but hated every moment. It was very interesting. Yeah, Digimon World 4 is an interesting paradox because I know so much about that game against my will, and I know it inside and out, but also I hate it. It's not fun. So like, I'd be like, okay, you have to go here, 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 do this, whatever. Oh, I lost to this guy again. Oh, I fell down this pit. Oh, great. What a well-designed game. Cool. A lot of that. I'm trying to remember. There was there's one moment in Digimon World 4 when I played it one of the times. I don't know when. I'll take Gaia. But there was one moment. I think I grabbed the Blue Eyes pack. That's why I got Gaia. I think I already have Gaia. Let's rewind. Oh no, I didn't. Why is Gaia in this pack? Okay, and so is Blue Eyes Ultimate. I don't think this is right, but I'm just gonna take it. Whatever. I remember there was one moment in that game where there's a path you have to run down, and there's a bunch of like auto turrets like firing at you, and it's very difficult to get through. And then I found out later that, after looking it up, because I was like, I can't get through here. I'm getting so mad. There is a wall behind you where you start that you have to destroy, and then there's a switch that turns the cannons off. And I'm like, how would you know that? Nobody tells you about it. It's just randomly there. You have to just be like, oh, that wall looks kind of weird, in a PS2 game where everything was kind of weird. And I'm just like, why would they? I get mad thinking about it. I get mad thinking about how bad that game design is. People are like, oh man, it's such a great game. It's not a great game. It's badly made. It's like the design is bad. Like the very idea of it is a bad idea. And I hate it. I'll say it. You know who's a big fan of Digimon World Digimon World 4? Mazakala. I think that might be how he discovered Wrath of Zalis. I'm not sure. But I remember when I tried streaming it in college, he would like give helpful tips. And I'm like, why did you play this game? He's like, you know how it is when you're a kid, you have one game, you just gotta play it because what else are you gonna do? I hated the Numon River level because I didn't use guns originally. I think the Numon River, you like literally have to like equip guns even if you're not using the guns just to get past that level. Which is not fun. Played LG 4 on my GameCube as a wee lad. Yeah. I played it here and there as a kid. I liked it because it had multiple, like it was multiplayer. So I'd like to play it with like my brother and my cousins. But I'm good. No thanks. I would kindly like to pass. My feet are starting to get tired. Probably because I was jumping up and down on them earlier. That might be the reason. Chad, what games are we all playing lately? My favorite Digimon 4 videos when it went snap. I loved. That's such a funny moment. So I did that at the end of the streaming playthrough. So when I was streaming Digimon World 4, I did finally beat it. I think it was the first time I beat that game. And when I beat it, I took the disc out, snapped it in half, snapped it in half again. And I remember someone being like, well, Nick, how are you going to get further than this? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm just not. I'm done here. Oh, this sucks. I have nothing to get rid of, yeah, nothing to get rid of Swords of Revealing Light, so just to wait it out. My least favorite. Still in that Fantasy Life grind? I really don't know what Fantasy Life is, and I feel like I should look it up. Never had any of the Digimon World games until Dusk and Dawn. Not a great intro. I also think those are pretty bad Digimon games, too. I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what I was going to say to that. Not playing any game at the moment. Got some downloaded. Been working on other things at the moment. Fair. You working on that coding? Rebirth almost exclusively in the morning and Etrian Odyssey 3 in the afternoon. What is... Explain the Etrian Odyssey games to me. I've heard them referenced. I think there was something... There was like a Pokemon ROM hack that was like based on Etrian Odyssey, I think. I don't know anything else about them, though. GameCube Digimon 4 is valued around 60, complete in box now, and 40 just in loose disc. Yeah, GameCube games sell for a lot. They, if I remember correctly, the GameCube didn't make a lot of games. Like there's a lot of, how do I explain this? They made a lot of different games, but like stocking wise, they didn't produce a lot of discs for a lot of GameCube games. So a lot of GameCube games are like kind of exceedingly rare for no real reason. Just because they weren't really produced that much. Or, yeah, they didn't really make that much. I remember while the GameCube was still in stores, like while they were still selling the GameCube and they were still selling GameCube games at like GameStop, Pikmin 2 was really rare. And I don't remember why. I think it was literally just because Nintendo didn't make that many copies of Pikmin 2. And I think I still have a copy. Let me see. Now, I think I sold it, again, like 2019 or 2020 when I was pretty broke. I ended up selling my GameCube collection, which is a bummer. But I only own the Thousand Year Door and Mario Party 7 physically. PS2 complete inbox, Digimon 4 is still 25, which is weird. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just GameCube. Like, they just didn't make a lot of GameCube games. So, they're a little bit more rare. I remember Pikmin 2 was like the most rare GameCube game for a while, and the other one was Fire Emblem Path of Radiance was the next most rare GameCube game, I believe. A lot of this is based on what I remember both working at GameStop and just like, you know, being in the know at the time. Just think Mystery Dungeon games where you have to make your own map. Oh, interesting. Playing some Star Wars The Old Republic and Digimon World Next Order. Nice. I wanted to get back in the Old Republic, but I think after playing Final Fantasy XIV, Old Republic's like UI and its like battle system is a little too outdated for me. Like, I acknowledge that it's a good game and I acknowledge the story content's really good. It's just like, it's not, I just didn't really find it very satisfying to play. So that's where I am with that. Which is a bummer. Final Fantasy XIV is the first MMO I was like able to get into because like it was active enough where it didn't feel like I was playing an MMO. If that makes sense. Like, there was enough inputs during the battle that, like, I don't know, I finally grabbed onto it. I didn't really feel that with, like, World of Warcraft or The Old Republic or City of Heroes or any other MMO I've tried before. None of them really stuck with me. Okay. And some FF7 Remake Part 1 of 15. Oh, yeah. No, I think there's only 3. Oh, boy. Got a work DM at 7 p.m. But I am off the clock. That's a tomorrow problem. Never got a chance to play City of Heroes Villains. Did you play DC Universe Online though? I think City of Heroes has a dedicated server still. Like I think NCSoft even like signed off on it. They're like, yeah, go for it. But I haven't tried it because I don't care enough. like the game was fun. I like the idea of a superhero MMO, especially when it's not associated with Marvel or DC. Just because I like that it's kind of unique. Like it's its own world, so it's like more believable that you could be like a superhero like rising through the ranks in that world. But yeah, I don't think I want to go back to it, but I played a little bit and I had fun. I remember you could get different traversal abilities. I think that was the thing that stuck out to me. Like you could either teleport, you could jump, you could fly, and there were like different people had you were like limited where you could like only use have like some of them. So like you'd grab a party and like someone could teleport, someone could fly and stuff like that. And it's like there was a lot of really fun dynamics. I could easily see a superhero game working as an MMO or a live service thing. Did I not play another monster to kill him? Is that what I'm learning I just did? I'm not too worried about it, if that was the case. Oh no, okay. I think I did play a card. What did I play? I don't even remember what I summoned. Oh wait, is it still... Hold on. There we go. So, I can use Call of the Haunted. Whoops. Currently playing some Pocket Crystal League, kind of addicted. I had a lot of fun with it. It was a good time. That's a very good mod. Trainer, if you like Pocket Crystal League, I know obviously the Pokemon is a big draw for it. You should try playing Inscription. It's kind of a fun game, and I think you'll have some fun with the twists and turns, and the card game mechanics are really good as well. I don't know why I keep... What happened if it's not letting me attack? What did they do? Why can't I attack with Spear Dragon? No? What did I do wrong here? I think I'm missing something. Whatever. I think I'm probably going to wrap up after this since I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit. So my Steam wish is currently just waiting for more money or sale. There. Keep your eye out on it, though. It'll be good. You can't really do... I never got a chance to play City of Heroes Villain. You can't really do many DS games, can you? What do you mean DS games? Oh, do you mean like emulation? I mean, I can. It's just annoying. It's just so much easier to do other systems to emulate instead. It's like night and day. Sorry, I think it's time to end the video when I'm like actively losing focus as I'm playing, and I'm like, okay, let's wrap up. It's not the game's fault either. It's just sort of just having fun talking to chat, having fun going down memory lane. Is Pokemon Rangers out of the running in? Yes. Mostly because that's a very stylus based game, and stylus games are actually DS and 3DS is already hard to emulate. Stylus like heavy gameplay is like even worse. Like, I don't want to go crazy with my mouse drawing a circle. Like, I tried to do, I tried to test out Digimon World Championship to see if it would be something I could play in an emulator, and no, I cannot. I can't scroll with my mouse nearly fast enough as you're supposed to do with a stylus. There's something about having to do your full arm instead of like, just like, you know, you can do this pretty fast, but then doing it with your whole arm is like so much harder. So that's why I've never played that one. And I probably won't play Pokemon Ranger. All right, chat. We've had 2 banger videos today. Also YouTube, we've had some good ones. So I don't want to leave it on there. We gotta beat Joey 5 more times, and then we're moving on to the tier 4 duelists. I think we're a pretty good way through the game. I still want to try and complete it, but I think to balance it out, I'm gonna start Capsule Monster Coliseum Libra mod pretty soon. So look forward to that. Yeah. It'll be YouTube. I'll see you later. Have a great issue day.